Winter frost was beginning to thaw, and spring was on its way to the family farm. But where was Tech, the little red tractor? Was he ready for spring?
Tech!
Called Cluck.
Tech! Wake up!
Clucked Winnie, more loudly.
Wake up, Tech!
Cackled Cluck louder still. Goodness gracious, they couldn't wake up the little tractor. He was snoring loudly. But a louder roaring noise soon drowned out his snores as something heavy drove into the farmyard. What on earth was it? An airplane? A backhoe? No, it was just Larry the big truck carrying lots of white bags. Will the driver and his friend Jack jumped out of the cab.
What's happening? What's happening?
Said Cluck. Will jumped into the big blue tractor, and Roy came out to watch him work. Then Will hooked one of the big white bags onto the tractor. Over here, Will, said Roy. The big blue tractor placed the bag carefully on the ground. That makes two, said the big blue tractor as it went to get another bag. The big blue tractor picked up the third bag. Roy had his knife ready. The big blue tractor held the bag above the dust spreader. Roy ripped it, and dust fell into the spreader. Thank you, Will, said Roy. Thank you, said Will, after climbing back into the cab of his truck. Bye now, said Roy, and the truck drove away from the family farm.
A Lego moment.
Roy connected the dust spreader tightly to the big blue tractor. He was ready to work. After all this noise and excitement, Tech was still fast asleep in the machine shed.
Tech, you really should go to bed earlier.
Clucked Winnie. Tech opened his eyes lazily.
Come along, Tech. You really should be up and working by now.
Cackled Cluck.
Galloping gaskets. Why does it matter what time I get up?
Said Tech.
I'm not missing anything.
With that, he set off. Where have you been? Asked the big blue tractor.
I overslept,
Said Tech. That's not a very good answer, Tech. No, not at all, said the big blue tractor. Galloping gaskets, thought Tech. Why on earth was everyone making such a fuss? Why did it matter if he woke up late? I'm going to look for Gertie the goat, said Tech, and away he went, past the big blue tractor, without looking at any of the bags of dust that lay in the farmyard. Beep, beep, Gertie! Tech tooted his horn.
Curly cabbages, where have you been? It's almost dinner time.
Crunchy carrots. Why is everyone picking on me today?
Sulked Tech, as he drove on slowly.
Tech, did you see the big truck arrive?
Asked Gertie, but Tech didn't hear her because he'd already walked away.
Goodness gracious!
Why was everyone picking on Tech? As Tech continued on his way, he kept his head low so that nobody else would bother him, so he didn't see Roy, the big blue tractor, and the spreader scattering dust on the fields. But as he crossed the farmyard, Tech did notice the big white bags.
Galloping gaskets. What are these?
Tech wondered.
Stay away. Don't come too close,
Shouted Mike the bike.
What's in the bags?
Is it something to eat? Asked Tech.
Don't be silly. You know you shouldn't eat something unless you know what it is,
Said Mike.
What's in there then?
It's the dust, isn't it? To make the grass grow. Yes, and one of the bags spilled dust everywhere. If you look at the field, you'll see Roy spreading the dust,
Said Mike the bike.
All right then,
Said Tech, and off he went.
Little red tractors. What are we going to do with them?
Tech watched Roy, the big blue tractor and the dust spreader, spreading dust in the field below. Then he went off to get Tommy the trailer.
Tommy, come on, we've got work to do.
Work? Asked Tommy cautiously. Tommy didn't like work much, but anything was better than standing in the machine shed all day.
What exactly is this work, Tech?
Asked Tommy as he was pulled out of the shed.
Oh, Roy's lost some dust. Oh no, Winnie, Ginny, Nancy, no.
Screeched Tech as he drove towards the hens.
No, don't eat that.
Goodness me, what is that noise? Asked Molly.
The hens, they're eating the dust.
Shouted Tech.
Eating dust? Huh?
Asked Jeff.
You don't seriously think that we would eat that stuff? Huh? We know that it's food for the grass and not us, because we saw the truck bring it in this morning.
Clucked Nancy.
And we know we're not supposed to touch anything that comes from a bag with a black cross on it.
Clucked Winnie. Tech was scared for nothing. The hens knew what the dust was for. They had only come to nose around the place as usual.
Galloping gaskets.
I'd better go to bed early tonight, Molly, so that I can get up early tomorrow morning and not miss all the important things that happen around here. That's a very good idea, agreed Molly. And then off Molly went to fetch a brush and a dustpan to sweep up the mess. After sweeping up, Molly shoveled the dust into Tommy's trailer. Okay, you take those to Roy now, said Molly. Ted pulled the little trailer behind him. What on earth is that noise? Said Ted.
Those little pellets, they're rolling around in my trailer and they're tickling me.
Laughed Tommy as they drove across the field. Soon they reached the entrance to the field where Roy was spreading the dust. Roy, called Tech. Roy, the big blue tractor, and the dust spreader came over to them. Hello, you two, said Roy.
We've got some more dust for you here,
said Tech. After Roy had placed a bag beneath Tommy's door to catch the dust, Tech lifted the little trailer and it all fell into the bag. Roy emptied the dust into the grinder's stomach. Thank you both very much, said Roy, as he climbed up onto the big blue tractor and began to spread the dust again. Roy was busy all day, scattering dust over the fields at the family farm, until every single one of the white bags was empty. After he was done, as he passed the machine shed on his way home for supper, Roy heard a noise, a loud snoring. It was Tech, fast asleep. Yes, the little red tractor had gone to bed early. He didn't want to get up late ever again. He didn't want to miss another important event.
The tractor.